Thank you. A U.S. blockade is choking off Iran's ports in the Strait of Hormuz, squeezing Tehran's economy by an estimated $435 million a day. As one former Treasury official says, it could all push people back into the streets against the regime.
It's very difficult to predict how long the Iranian people are going to put up with the economic failure and the crisis that already exists in Iran and is just going to be exacerbated by the effect of the blockade. I think in a matter of 2 months, we're going to see a regime really reaching the point of not being able to pay salaries and riots in defections within the regime.
All right, let's bring in Dr. Sheila Nazarian, who fled Iran as a child during the Islamic Revolution. Welcome to you. First, can I get your thoughts on what we just heard there?
I think it's absolutely correct. I think President Trump is the first president that understands that delay tactics and negotiations with this terrorist regime can be used by us also, not just them to get what they want, but by us to get what we want. So saying, negotiations are ongoing as he squeezes the regime economically is the exact right move to make to really weaken this regime, not just on the military level, but also on an economic level, to allow for the Iranian people eventually to rise up and take their country back.
Yeah, this says we are also learning that Iran is set to execute the first woman over the widespread anti-regime protests and demonstrations that we have seen. This is Bida Hemadi. Just get your thoughts on that as we have her picture up on the screen.
The regime uses executions, public executions, as a way to intimidate, traumatize the people, and it's nothing new, Sandra. Iran has been at the top of the list for executions year over year per capita for many years. And they're starting to step up these public executions, 1 to 2 beautiful young people who are a full life onto themselves. They execute them to oppress everybody else and say, you know what, fear us, we're still in charge. But it's just so devastating for us to see our brothers and sisters in Iran being used as a oppression tactic by this terrorist, monstrous regime. For us as Iranians in the diaspora, this isn't just an economic issue. It's not just taking out, terrorist regime and their proxies. This is a humanitarian issue. And it breaks our hearts every single day, and it's why we are fighting as hard as we're fighting here in the diaspora.
Yeah, as you well know, Bida is one of an estimated over 1,600 sentenced to death by the Islamic Republic in the past year. That number is climbing, estimated to be now 1,639 lives. You can see what it has jumped from in just 1 year. I want to play out Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, held a briefing in the last hour, and she said this as far as an update.
I saw some reporting, again, bad reporting this morning, that we had formally requested an extension of the ceasefire. That is not true at this moment. I've also seen some reporting about the potentiality for in-person discussions again. Those discussions are being had, but nothing is official until you hear it from us here at the White House. But we feel good about the prospects of a deal.
But the message continues to be, this is very close to over. I'll get your final thought on that.
Again, I just think that these negotiations, quote unquote, we all know you can't negotiate with terrorists. We have learned that from the Iranian negotiations for the last 47 years. They just use it as a stall tactic to continue doing whatever evil it is that they want to do. For President Trump, I believe these negotiations are diplomatic cover for eventually taking the Strait of Hormuz and not allowing this terrorist regime to have any sort of grip on the global economy, and to allow a weakened regime so that the people of Iran can rise up and install regime change.
Dr. Sheila Nazarian, we do appreciate your time today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.